Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm playing for you series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. Eat stuff and drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. It took me about an hour and a half to decide on where to eat, so hopefully this is really good. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my Bloody Wood shirt, which has some stuff on it I'm just noticing. What the hell ever. I'm this guy. But see, it's a very cool shirt. It's actually my 9-inch non shirt. I love this shirt. Aside from the fact that it's got the 9-inch nails reference. Who are Bloodywood? So Bloodywood are a band out of India. They have a very unique style of music that they perform. It's kind of, I believe they call it like Indian street metal. It's probably most akin to something along the lines of like nu metal in that it incorporates like harsh vocals along with rap vocals, but then there's also like traditional Indian instrumentation in there. These guys started out doing basically like just, cover or like metal covers of like pop songs and stuff. And, eventually started putting out their own original work and they gained traction and now they literally tour all over the world. I actually got this shirt on their very first trip to America. Loved it. Love these guys. They're awesome. I like them so much, I actually have some videos of the performances that I've attended. Those videos are on this channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be more than happy to kind of point you in the right direction as far as their music goes, because I think they're an awesome band. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why did it take me an hour and a half to decide? Well, it took me an hour and a half to decide because I'm an indecisive bastard. I woke up an hour later than I intended to. Like, my alarm went off, and I woke up, and then I was like, no, and I went back to sleep. And then I was over there, and I'm just, like, trying to figure out, like, okay, where do I want to go? Because I knew I wanted to do some grocery shopping. I was like, well, if I'm in that direction, then I could go here, I could go here. And, I mean, blah, 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 blah. But eventually, I went over there, and I narrowed it down to a spot that I hadn't been in a number of years, if I've been here at all. I think I've been here once. Where's that place, folks? Well, it happens to be... Boom! That's not a place, that's a container. Boom! Still not a place. But I got this from a local spot called Gorditas Don Coco in Addison, Illinois. And I think I've been here once, but again, it would have been years ago. And I was like, man, let's hit it up. Let's do it. But what did I get? Well, what with there being Gorditas Don Coco, I got their Gorditas dinner. And that comes with your choice of whatever type of meat you want. I got the Prensado Rojo and Verde Gorditas, which is basically pressed pork with green salsa and red salsa. Rojo and Verde. So, let's get a thing for the thing here real quick. It looks so sexy. And yeah, man. So, I believe this one looks like it's the Verde, I'm going to say. Let's get Gordita. Okay, it's like chicharrones. Okay. I do love chicharrones verde. Love it. If you're unfamiliar, it's like pork rind, but it's like kind of slightly gelatinous, but super tasty, super flavorful. I really like the, I'm going to call it a tortilla and probably be wrong. Whatever I'm using to hold it, I actually really like these. Really flavorful. I mean, tortillas are great, but you don't usually think of them as being like the most key component of a dish. They're there to keep it all together and stuff. It's nice when they taste good, but, but these actually are really nice. Like, they're Kind of light and fluffy, but also still a little bit flaky. Really like this. Reminds me a little bit of I went to a place a couple months ago. Got some pupuseria. Kind of reminds me a little bit of that. And the inside, I think we got maybe some cream cheese, some lettuce. These are really good. Yeah, there's nothing I dislike about that. It's just tasty. All right. Verde sauce has a nice little tingle to it, a little tang, not exactly spicy, but it gives you a little something to think about. All right. Off to a good start. Let's try the Rojo ones. All right, Rojo ones. Yeah, this one is like the more pressed style. Okay. Oh, that's really good. I kind of figured I'd prefer the Verde because I love some Verde. But actually, I think I'm probably going to go ahead and give it to the red sauce ones here. Really nice, really flavorful. The red sauce is really good. And again, it's all about the flavor. There's a little spice, but nothing substantial, So, I mean, I like spicy food, but at the same time, it's nice when, they focus on flavor first. That's really good. Pork is really tender. Yeah, this is good, man. All right. Yeah, there's nothing to dislike about that. I guess I'll do some of the beans and such, since it's part of the dinner. Oh, I should have grabbed a fork earlier. That's a knife. That doesn't help me. Come on. There it is. Always got to make sure I have extra utensils in the truck. All right. So let's try some of the rice and some of the beans. Just to give the whole experience something. I will admit, the rice looks a little... But, flavor-wise, that's nice. It just looks a little bit anemic. And then you've got the rice itself sticking together, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but actually the rice is good. I like the corn mixed in. It's not like the best rice I've ever had or anything, but that's actually a really tasty rice. All right. Get in on the refried beans. I'm not the biggest refried bean guy in the world, but, I like some refried beans here and there. Interesting. I don't know if I've had refried beans that taste like that before. Like, they're very smooth tasting, which is a weird thing to say about beans, but they don't have, like, a strong biting flavor. They're not bad, but I feel like they're a little weak on flavor. Like, there's nothing to dislike about them, because I've had some refried beans where I was not going to get along with them. These I can get along with, but they're not a standout. Okay. All right, well, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get this again? Would I recommend it? I'm going to go with yes and yes. But here's the thing. I have thoroughly enjoyed the meal that I've had. I also have another review to do after this from them. But it's really tasty. I think overall, it's a nice meal. Excuse me. I think I paid like somewhere between $13 to $15 for it. So not too bad for a full dinner. I think the red salsa pork was definitely my favorite thing on the whole thing, but the verde was also nice as well. Both of them were executed pretty properly. The what was it? The rice was good. The beans, I could kind of take or leave those. If I had any criticism, it's that everything seems to be done well, but I wouldn't say that anything is like a huge standout. You know, everything is like well put together. Everything about it I enjoyed, but I will say that have I had better rice? Yes. Have I had better beans? Yes. Have I had better red sauce? Yes. Have I had better green sauce? Yes. But that all said, this is in one dinner where everything again was executed very nicely, and it was really tasty, and especially like the tortillas or whatever they're called, to hold the things together. Those I really loved. Like those I thought were fantastic. And again, I think everything about it was tasty. So like, it wouldn't be my first go-to stop, especially since I'm really fortunate. I have a lot of really good Mexican restaurants around me. But I would definitely stop back here again, for sure, because they're definitely doing a good job, and they're putting out a quality product. So, and if I were recommending it, I think it's one of those things, again, if you're in that, like, Addison, DuPage kind of area, what have you, I wouldn't exactly consider them a destination spot, Again, especially because I'm not kidding you, there's tons of Mexican restaurants in the area. But at the same time, it's one of those things, if you're kind of in the area and you're looking for a nice meal, then yeah, it might not blow your socks off, but it is going to be tasty, and the people were very nice. It's a cool little hole-in-the-wall spot. I always appreciate that. And yeah, so I think I'd still recommend them, just, again, maybe not as the spot to go to, but certainly as a spot to go to. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Spectacular rest of the week. Monumental rest of month, stupendous rest of year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly Gorditas-tastic rest of your life, but not like the Taco Bell ones. Those don't count. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what are some Mexican or, sort of like, Hispanic-style dishes that you would like to see me review? Because, I love Mexican food. I love, just that whole region of food. It's been delicious. But obviously, I'm this guy. Look at this guy. Look at me. I'm almost a ghost. I'm so pale. And as much as, I do try to learn a little bit about this stuff, part of the fun of the experience is trying new things. So, but let me know, if there's something I'm missing out on that I need to try. Please hit me up in the comments. I can go over there and see if it's available. Anyway,